Friends, hello, welcome back. So today we got some short players, we got some tall players, all thanks to the suggestion here by VVRX to have the shortest players on a team, the tallest players on a team. And what we did is we took the shortest player on every single team, we put them on one team. So we didn't necessarily go every single 5'5", 5'6", 5'7" player in the league, but we went shortest player for every respective team, and then we went tallest player for every respective team. Starting off, we have Great Britain, Artemi Panarin topping off the short team here at 5'11". The Rangers, 5'11 is not really, you could almost call 5'11 average-ish, but the Rangers, lots of guys over the height of 5'11, I guess here. So Panarin making the team. Easy to note as well, when we did this, we took the highest overall player with said height. So there's probably like 5 guys that are 5'11 on New York. We took the highest overall. That was Panarin. Then we had Johnny Guadreau, the 88 overall. Jonathan Marchessault, Alex Debrincat, the 5'7 stud over there in Chicago. Quinn Hughes. Speaking of young phenomenal studs, we'll see a couple Hughes on this list here because the Hughes, I guess, they just don't grow very tall, but it doesn't seem to matter, right? They're making the most of what they got there. Both of them gonna have bright futures over here in the NHL. Jaden Schwartz, another one, 5'10 out of St. Louis. Dmitry Orlov. Defense was harder. We did try to find some teams that, if they had defensemen, we had to choose between two, the defensemen or the forward. We did try to choose the defense a lot of the time here because, it's going to be harder to find shorter defensemen as far as being the shortest player on the team because most of your, again, your forwards are a little bit shorter, just, your defensemen are a little bit bigger. That's just how it goes in the NHL. Your goaltender, same story there. You try to have the bigger players. Matt Zuccarello making a team. Tyler Johnson, Yaroslav Halak. I think we've got this right. You might have to fact check this here. Could be wrong. You guys have to let us know, but I'm pretty sure Yaroslav Halak is the 5'11". That's about the shortest you're going to find as far as goalies are concerned. So we had Halak, and there was, I want to say, was it Saros? Yes, Saros. Saros was the other guy here at 5'11 for the goaltenders here. And then we had some lower overalls. You can't just have all these high overall guys. There's some low overalls, the Malgins of the world that are shorter and not as talented of players. Of course, they're talented. They made the NHL in the first place, but just not up there in the Johnny Guadreau, Alex Debrincat category per se there. Andrew Cogliano, Lizotte, Pekka, and my boy Nathan Gerby, Blue Jacket legend, making the team. Yamamoto, and that is it, right? All right, and then our tallest team in the league, we're going to go over to the international team of Austria. We have Victor Hedman, top of the list. A lot of us know him, the 6'6 defenseman, stud and a half. Brent Burns, speaking of stud and a half, right behind him, followed up with Ben Bishop, one of the biggest and favorite goalies of a lot of people to use in this game in the league at 6'7. Blake Wheeler, the 6'5 power forward out of Winnipeg. Shea Weber, been a stud for a while. My boy Seth Jones. Not a lot of 6'4 guys made this list, but Seth Jones, especially on defense, but Seth Jones is one of them. Happy to see he made the team there. Anthony Mantha, Dougie Hamilton, Colton Parayko. There are some big bodies over here on this team. Zdeno Chara, of course, making a team. Tom Wilson, Koskinen in net, 6'7 goaltender. We had to throw Koskinen in there, I think, right? He's a 6'7 goaltender, and we were thinking Markstrom, but Markstrom is 6'6, right? So we went Koskinen 6'7 there. Tyler Myers in there as well. Alex Tuck, Kevin Hayes, Bukestad, Graves, and Nisimov squeaking in there. Connor Murphy, same story. Brian Boyle, Pavel Zacha. There's quite a few. Now that I take a look at it, there's actually quite a few more lower overalls for the tall guys than the short guys. At first I thought it was the other way around, but it ended up being a lot of the taller guys with the lower overall. So it's a lot harder to be an elite, bigger player in the NHL compared to a shorter player there per se, I guess. It's up for debate though. There's some really good players on the tall list. But what we're going to do is throw these two teams in a best of 7 matchup to see which comes out on top here. Does height matter? We know how important height is in the game of NHL, playing the game, like as in the video game. Height is everything. Height is just, you're just as fast as you are when you're 5'7" as you are 6'5" when you play, stuff like height, and clearly height matters. But the question is, when it comes to simming up games, is that the same case, or do we see a little bit of, differentiation there? Yeah, that's cool. We're gonna go with that one. We're going with differentiation. We're simming to the next game because of that. Great Britain is down 1-0 early. Team Austria, the big boys, jumping ahead 1-0. We'll go one more game. We'll jump into the rest. It's tied 1 apiece. I had a feeling it was going to be a tight series, and Great Britain jumps right back there in game number 2. Oh, Great Britain, hello, thanks for playing. That's Tyler Johnson. That's Gerard. That's Artemi Panarin dropping a 3-burger on the one they call Ben Bishop. Team Austria comes right back. Chara, Hayes, and Pavel Zacha dropping those goals, and all of a sudden we have ourselves a tie game going into period number 3. Great Britain on the power play, and there's the goal. Great Britain jumps back ahead. It is Travis Konechny burying it there for these Great Britain short players here. There's another one. That's an insurance goal. That is an insurance goal that should get the job done for these short Great Britainers. It is 5-3, 2 minutes left. Probably gonna have to pull that goalie, and they're probably gonna have to get aggressive. Just like that, they're gonna lose the game there. And Great Britain is gonna jump out to a 2-1 series lead going into game number 4. It is Austria that is gonna pick up the 4th one. Series is tied once again. Britain, Austria, Britain back home for game number 5, and it's gonna be a 2-1 game early. One thing we're noticing is there is a lot of goals being scored in these games so far. Schwartz, Thompson, and Greenway responsible for the goals in period number 1. But Great Britain, I was gonna say they was bouncing back. I seen the 3, didn't see the 5. They're down by like a lot, 5-3. They gave up 4 goals. We just talked about it though. These goals, they're coming across pretty easy here. Halak, maybe he's got a little bit to do with that, of course. They don't have quite the high overall goalie and Ben Bishop over there for these shorter players. But Marchessault, Mantha, Hayes, Gallagher, and Greenway all getting goals in the second period. And I just accidentally hit Sim instead of, clicking up to make the game go quicker. Nonetheless, they're gonna win the game in period 3, 6-4. Dougie Hamilton hitting the empty netter, and then Konechny bouncing right back there, actually. Once the game was, out of reach, they're down 2 goals. Konechny put one in the back of the net. Was a little too late there for him. But we're going into game number 6. It is Austria up by 1, if I ain't mistaken here, right? Yes, sir. And Great Britain jumps out to the 3-1 lead early. Anisimov, LeBlanc, and Panarin has been on the scoreboard in virtually all these games. He is tearing Ben Bishop a new one right now. And Team Austria is going to do their best to come back, though. There's Halak getting scored on by Artem Anisimov there. Austria down by 1. Power of play, Great Britain. I feel like we've seen this somewhere before, but Great Britain is going to come up empty-handed on this power play. It's still 3-2. 7 minutes left. It's a close game. Debrincat, not so much on Koskinen today. Koskinen playing well. Koskinen a lot. How did Koskinen end up in net? They rotate goalies in playoffs, apparently? Or did they pull Bishop? Was Bishop in the game earlier, or was he not? I want to say he was, right? Or wasn't he? Bishop. A lock. Yeah, he was. They pulled Bishop after just 3 goals. Bishop got yanked. Koskinen got put in, and it didn't matter. They ended up losing anyway, 4-2. And this means we're going to a game number 7. It's even. So far, it's looking like a pretty even battle. The short players mean a lot in the league. The taller players mean a lot in the league. We're seeing that reflected right now because we're going to a game 7. Where somebody has to win. Period number 1 is scoreless in what's been an absolute slugfest as far as goals are concerned in the first 6 games. There's none in period 1. Great Britain jumps ahead early. Guadreau, Marchessault. Maybe they should have considered going with Koskinen in game number 7 because Bishop is continuing to get lit up. 2-0, and it's now 3-0. This time Travis Konechny again on Ben Bishop. Power play Austria. They need a goal desperately or they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it, and Team Austria, the team of all tall players, is going to come up just short, pending a miracle with just 3 minutes left in this game, and it's not going to happen. A shutout's going to happen. Forget it. Halak said, I got it, boys. Got it taken care of. Halak with the shutout to end it, and the short players will outdo the tall players. We will take a look, though, from a point perspective here, just to get a quick idea in case we're interested here. 9 points out of Konechny. Is this entire league? Yeah. So Konechny led the league with 9 points, 8 out of Panarin, 7 out of Mantha. I wanted to see the hits department here. I figured that would be something that means a little bit here. Where in the heck is hits? Way over here. All right, there we are. Perfect. So hits. Brian Boyle, of course, led the team there. Big old Brian Boyle. Shea Weber, Mantha. So Konechny did get up there. Konechny did some of everything. He led his team in hits. He led his team in points. He just helped his team win games. Konechny had a great series. Johnston, Thompson, Krause, Orlov. So we're not seeing too many of these guys. We are noticing that the physicality was definitely leaning toward the bigger guys as expected, but just because you're more physical doesn't mean you're going to win the 7-game series in this case, and we've seen that reflected here in this one. As for this video though, guys, as always, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, a big thumbs up and subscribe is appreciated, never required. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.